Oh, here we go on another episode of Small Talk. Thank you for joining us, making us part of your evening, and for catching us back on the replay, Spotify, other places, wherever you like to listen. Thank you for joining us when you can. Joined by good old Billy Badfish and Dean the Saint Martin. Guys, how are we doing today?
Sainted, apparently. I'm feeling pretty good.
Anointed one.
Yeah.
The one.
Yeah, I'm doing good. Geez, it's been a busy week, man. I'm getting ready for this toy show on the weekend. Freaking trying to work's been busy and trying to get applied for freaking look for new houses because yeah, all kinds of shit going on, man.
I had a guy in Texas for you if you wanna find somewhere. I'm sure he'd be more than happy to go.
Shit, be cheaper
Canada.
than here. Probably save us like a couple $100,000. But then I'd have to buy a gun.
That's fine.
It's not a bad thing. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like, listen, as a person who does not currently, but is prospecting, you should.
I gotta say as well, the thing that I'm most jealous of is you guys can lock into 30 years at the same mortgage rate the whole time. We have to renew every 5 years. It's stupid. But yeah.
This sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. And the rates are all over the place with the pandemic, so.
The only thing I have to do yearly is HOA and the homestead exemption.
Oh, you're in an HOA?
Oh yeah, we've always been in an HOA.
That sucks. I heard they're a nightmare.
I just saw our bill. I'm not afraid to announce it. $132.
Is that per month?
It's like quarterly or
Dude, that's fucking nothing.
something like that, I guess. But
I pay condo fees, and it's way more than that a month.
Yeah.
Per month. Like
I was gonna say, I think my condo fees were $300 a month.
Yeah. So that's
shit.
that. Yeah, you're getting off light. Shit. Yeah, I'm getting. Yeah, that's one of the reasons we're trying to move. It would save us a huge amount of money per year. The difference we would pay in property tax would easily be covered by the condo fees we're paying. So yeah.
Yeah, where I'm at now, I guess we've owned the property longer than the HOA has been around, so we aren't a member of an HOA. Like,
oh, nice.
They come around knocking all the time. We're like, tough luck. Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck that. They seem to be everywhere, apparently. They're not really a thing here, though, but condos for, like, townhouses are.
Well, I mean, for us, like, last year, it was good. Like, things were decent, you know, things go up, whatever, no big deal. But this year, man, it's like, what are we paying for? Because we live in a very nice neighborhood. You know, it's not, like, way up there, but it's also not, like, just middle of the road. And apparently, like, the pool's been all kinds of messed up, and they have to buy new pumps and do this and that. And then they changed rules about, like, having food around the pool, and it can only be under the pavilion, and it can only be here and there. And so I'm just like,
oh, you've got like a community pool.
You know, it's like they're starting to go to war with the community and stuff like that, and the community is going to war with them. Or like, what are we even paying for, and this and that, and like, why can't I have my food here at the table or whatever? Someone kicked me out because I had my food by the pool and not by the table, and
it's mayhem.
Yeah,
man.
Like, guys, like, I just want to swim. That's all I want to do.
I think if you're paying that much quarterly for access to a pool, what else is there? Is that it? Just the pool?
And you know, okay, so that's my question now, because
that's pretty
now
good.
I'm starting to realize,
okay,
like, again,
but
we are in a nicer neighborhood, and I see some other nice neighborhoods that have 2 or 3 parks in their area, and they have leagues, like sports leagues, that go there for the kids, and they have playgrounds and all this kind of stuff. And the area they built our pool in is very central, but the playground is behind like a green area, like a green belt, right? And the playground's behind that, but that's all we have. No basketball courts, no tennis courts, no nothing like that. I'm like, well, like shit, man, I'm paying a lot of freaking money to be here, and I don't have any recreational stuff.
So I
But
could play a
guess-
lot less to
I
go to the
guess
local
I'm
pool
just,
for.
my nose is up now. I'm sorry.
I'm just
but,
reading the chat here.
Yeah, let's get to the chat real quick because I do have some stuff I want to say. But we got Toy Mafia as always, Sith Scale Collector. It's gonna be one of those nights. Vintage Rebellion. Hey, where's
What
where's
up,
that
what
guy
up?
At, right? I know, right? Random Korean. Did I say that right?
That sounds right.
Sorry, I love you. Equan as always.
The dark
and-
timeline. Let's go.
The dark timeline is here, guys.
Equan's living free, no HOA fees. He can do whatever the hell he wants. Look at that.
And
Shout out to
that's-
everyone watching. But yeah, those sorts of fees and stuff, it does feel like you're kind of paying for nothing. It's like, man, when I calculated it for the yearly amount, I was like, God damn, we could really. I'm like thinking of the amount of money we're spending and how much we could move if we did move somewhere else, what we could use that for. So
Nice.
there you go.
Well, today was the last day of school with the kids. They're
Oh,
done.
seems early.
Summer?
We are on summer.
It seems really early.
Oh yeah,
break.
yes.
We are on
What,
summer
June?
break, guys. Oh, it has been a freaking year. And all I have to do is go to work tomorrow and sit there because I got all my shit done. I just got to get my principals to sign off on a couple of things. Other than that, like I'm done. So any day without the kids at the school is a day off. So excited about that. And this year has been crazy. It's been insane. Just things on top of things on top of other things. I can't get too much into it, but God, I am so happy to be on break. And I am looking forward to July. My wife and the family are going to we're going to go to the beach. Her parents rented out a beach house. So we're going to do that, go stay there for a few days. And one thing I am going to pick up
Oh,
is
shit.
is a metal detector. I've been wanting to do that for years. So I am going to buy a metal detector, and I might talk to Zach about it and see if I can get some live shorts going or something like that.
Go on like Facebook Marketplace, see if you can just get one used that's
Oh, I got
cheap
one.
as hell.
I got one. I'm scouting for 150. It's a good one, and it has the headset for it. It has a digging tool. It has a couple other things.
Say,
with
does it have one of those little probes that the people use to find?
That is what I'm going to have to buy. And I found the one I want. It's the one who my favorite metal detector guy uses. His name's Gary Drayton from Curse of Oak Island, right? They're there on Oak Island up northeast, looking for the Oak Island treasure. It's this little orange probe and $25.
That's not bad. Yeah, I've always seen people like when they have it, and when they get closer, they'll use that hand probe to like find the.
Okay, Sith. So I have to talk about this because my mom, she is a cafeteria manager at one of our schools in the district that I'm in, and he says the exact same thing. She's gonna be sitting at home. She's gonna be doing this and that while I'm slaving away. My wife's a teacher. She gets to sit by the pool for a few months while I keep slaving away. Man, let me tell you, she knows. She knows. I would much rather be working a 9 to 5 and getting off at 5 every day. So I'd like to hear her opinion too.
Oh, like they post work, like work from home sort of stuff. Yeah, I'm good from, and I'm always telling my wife like, don't do any work that you're not getting paid for, but she'll have she's a store manager, so certain things she has to get done. Like if there's a schedule that's not done, she has to bring it home and quickly finish them. Like do
Sure.
that shit as quick as you can. But I'm really good at compartmentalizing like work. Once I'm done work, I'm not doing that shit anymore.
And that's what I'm trying to get my wife to figure out.
Yeah,
But
so
like for
life's
me,
not about work, that's for sure.
for me, it was like year 3 or 4. I realized there's more to work there's more to life than just work, right? Because there was one year where I brought home something every single day, and I was taking 2 to 3 hours away from the family and things like that, and it's just not worth it. So I have a hard rule that work stays at work unless I have chosen to bring it home. Like if I've just been too busy and I know I need to get something done, then I'll bring it home. But that's like once or twice a year now. 'Cause,
Yeah,
man, it just gets
that's not too
crazy.
bad.
It gets crazy.
Well, shout out as well, CM Chuck saying Dean the Dream in a house, and asking in-ground pool on a teacher salary, and asking if Ciscale is slanging rock.
Ooh, dang,
But
drama.
she wouldn't give up her Christmas or summer breaks. I was thinking that as well as Christmas break as well. Like, there's a couple really good holiday stretches there for teachers, I will say. But there is also, of course, having to deal with, like you said, kids for. But and then Mark P, what up? Thanks for tuning
What's
in.
up, Marky?
Nice.
All right, guys, let's get straight into it. There's all been a lot of good stuff coming out. Not a lot of news, but I feel like the quality is definitely there. But first, let's get into some new pickups. Ugh, I don't like that. Sorry. Okay, some new pickups. So for me, I know last week I went on my Disney rant and I said I'm going to sell stuff, which I'm in the process of. I'm on summer. I really do intend to sell things. I promise. But I could not hold back on this. I couldn't. Like, this is legit Egypt mythology.
So what is this?
So it's Anubis, and I believe her name is, it's Balaskus.
Bastet.
Bastet, thank you. And just the amount of things that came with this double release is insane. So
Yeah, that's cool.
it is a mixture of, this picture at least is a mixture of things that they both came with. What's not seen is the extra amount of hands. I have that here. That comes with Anubis. And she has her own set of hands in her box that I left in there because I like the cat hands. What's really cool is they really did it like a museum almost. So you have this more lifelike face, I guess, if you will, like masked face. And then there's a couple other head sculpts for each that kind of have like the cracked, like sculpted look to it.
Oh, yeah.
And then each of them have human hands and human feet. And you can see here, I decided to keep the claws, the animal feet on each of them. But they've all come with some of the urns, and they come with some of the relics that were found with the discovery of these Egyptian beings and stuff like that. You see like the antiquities and stuff in
The details on the hieroglyphs and stuff, that's so cool, man.
it is
On the
so
small ones
it
there?
is so good.
On the urns, right?
And here's a closer up look. I mean, you can even get it on
yeah.
the urns.
Well,
You
look
see
at the
'em there.
colors on that. Like the bird on the eagle. The
Like,
colors
look at
and
how
pattern. Yeah.
detailed that is. So
That's
small.
crazy. Who makes this again?
This is
Four
Four
Horsemen?
Horsemen. It's
Yeah.
their figure obscura. They just
That's it,
released
yeah.
it 1 weekend ago, I think. And because of the popularity of it, they had to re-release it almost immediately to give everybody an extra chance at it.
Yeah,
So,
I remember that. The second release people were talking about. These are really cool. Yeah, like you said, the museum style there, where they're like on a pedestal, kind of. Those each of the items.
Yeah, I mean,
Really cool.
it
I love
the de-
Egyptology, like history from that time period. It's so cool.
I didn't realize these were shipping.
Yeah, I didn't
I thought
either.
they
It
just
was
went up
in
for
hand.
order. Yeah, I
There
had
was
no
a
idea.
PO, yeah.
Is that normally for Figure Obscure? I'm still new to Mythic Legion, so
Not always.
okay.
Not always, because
That's
some
what I
of the
was
figure obscures is
thinking.
like, okay, we'll ship in 3 to 4 months.
Yeah,
Right?
Because I think was it the Monkey King guy?
The Monkey King took a minute.
Yeah, and so when this popped up, I was just kind of like, I'm really not that interested, so I didn't even bother. But then last night I watched Stargate for the first time, and I'm like,
Let's go.
fuck, I should have got those Mythic Legions because that whole movie kind of revolves around Egyptian lore and stuff. You don't see Bastet in the movie, but you see Ra, which is basically like
An
they're more
Anubis.
like, he's more like
Kind
a
of.
bird
Yeah.
than an Anubis. But the
Still.
Anubis guys are in the movie with
Yeah,
like, the
yeah,
like
yeah.
robot helmets.
The jackal on this guy is awesome. Like, let me see if I can
Did this?
But
Yeah,
I'm
this
so
looks like
pissed I skipped
stonework.
this, dude.
look at this.
Yeah, man, all these Mythic Legions are so cool. It's definitely hard for me not to dip in at all. But yeah, I've resisted so far.
Can you take the dog off or no?
So it does not. It does not originally come on it. You have to peg it in. So it has 2
Oh,
pegs
okay.
here and 2 pegs up at the front.
Does it
So you
And-
open
even
the
have
box?
If
it's
you have not gotten yours or you got the late release on it, I highly suggest heating it up. So please do that first. There's been other collectors who are hardcore Mythic Legions guys, like Bill from Dorklayer. He said, please heat this up because you don't want to mess it up, and because it's kind of hard to peg in at first. So, and I know Steven Percha, man, that guy went in all in. I think he got 2 sets of each, and he has this setup that I have. He has this setup that I have, and he also has another set for, I think it was like the human hands or the different heads and stuff like that. But what's really cool about this, and I need to take the time to read up on it, but they both come with they each come with a booklet about the history of the character and the relics that were found and the mythology that came with it too. And it's pretty thick. It's like that thick. So
that thing almost looks like you can even have like an Ark of the Covenant kind of thing with that.
That's what it reminds me. of,
right,
yeah.
that yes.
It doesn't open,
Dude,
right?
they should do a fucking Mythic Legions like Christianity line. That'd be fucking.
Oh,
Yo.
that would be good.
Because you already have like Templars,
Yep. And
like,
that's the
could do
whole
something.
story.
bro, you could do like a Holy Grail kind of thing. Like I said, Ark of the Covenant. There's so many like mythic Christian like artifacts you could do. The Spear of Destiny. Like, that
These
could
are
be a
s-
cool line.
Yeah, it would be. These are sculpted, right? Or these fabric, the kilt things.
Technically, Zach, this would be Universal because it
Doesn't look like
Mummy.
Disney.
No, he was saying he's saving for Disney, right?
Yeah, I'm saving for Disney, right?
Yeah, I think so.
This looks like half the plane ticket on the screen. Man, it felt like half a plane ticket. I'll tell you.
How much
It's
was
funny.
it? Because Mythic Legions usually aren't priced that badly. Like
It's really not.
35, 40
So-
bucks a figure.
All in, shipping, taxes, all that was $140 for both the figures.
Yeah, that's steep.
75
me.
each. That's a
It's
little
cheaper.
high, but
It's cheaper than most because most you're paying 80 to 90. Like if you're going to deluxe,
See,
the
that's where
bear-
I
the
can't. That's
bear
why I
was like
haven't bit the
85.
bullet. Because for me, $80 American is 110 Canadian. That's why I can't.
Ugh.
I can't. I can't take that hit for one figure when I could put. That's like a Hot Toys payment. Like if I'm doing payment plans, that's easily one of my payments.
Yeah, I think
And I'd
I'm
rather
out of
have
the
a Hot
Toys
Toy
game,
for a lot
though.
of the stuff.
I have what I want and I'm good with Hot Toys, I think.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of hot toys I still want, but I'm I know there's, like I said, I've cherry picked Black Series. I mean, frick, the last thing I got was freaking $40 basically. So see that, okay, that is fabric then. The
Oh,
the
yeah.
lower piece, yeah, that looks great.
Yeah. And then if you look at Anubis, his
His is
loin
fabric too.
cloth that he's wearing is also fabric.
Did
You
you
know-
check what's underneath at the front there?
Nope. Turned it to the backside, pegged the tail in, and went.
Oh, you
went
gotta
at it.
check. I mean, I wonder if the Fison's there.
Oh my.
Well, I was about to say, so on BB stands right now, they have the 6-scale versions of these guys, which are
Yes.
they're just like TV leagues, but their heads are like not the right size. And so like the Bastet looks really goofy. It's like
Too big or too small?
it's too small. And so
Well,
like
but if
just
you use
looks
the head
funny.
sculpt for her, that has the just the cat head, it looks the same way. It's like it looks super small because there's no like headdress for it, right? So she just kind of bobbles. Her head just kind of looks any which way, which looks great for articulation, you know. But I feel like the headdress adds a little bit more
Yeah.
character to the
that's
figure.
really cool.
Yeah.
I like those a lot.
One thing I did learn is the basket here. That basket, I didn't know this. It was a sign of fertility for women, which is why they included
Yeah,
it.
you should put it in your bedroom.
Oh my God, no! We're trying to stop that ASAP.
Oh, and are you gonna get the snip snip?
She wants me to. I didn't know this was After Dark, so guys, thank you for joining us. This is After Dark.
How many minutes
Small
are we're
talk
past
style.
5 minutes, so we're
Zach's
good.
gonna fucking jump in here and end the show.
But anyway, Nerf Me, what's up?
Oh, do we show King Dingling as well as here?
Oh, King Dingling is here
What
also.
up?
Badfish, this is small talk, not 166. Yes, I know. Yeah, but
You know
it's,
what though?
it's
Dean, talking about
all kinds
those
of things
figures though,
we're interested in.
Stevens had the original 1/12 version of them before I guess it sold out. It was Anubis. He had Anubis. I remember looking at it. I popped the tin open. It was like a tin, and looked really cool. And then
Bro,
I
TV
passed.
League needs
Oh my God.
badass 112 figures. What?
Did you read Chuck's Pope comment?
Room of Tears? I don't know what
Oh.
that is.
Dean sold me on the Christianity line, the Pope's Room of Tears.
Oh my God!
That's amazing.
Bro, but hold on. Let me see if I can find that.
While you're looking for that, I have some minor bad news to announce. So this upstairs room, when not occupied, the door is supposed to be closed. I got some French doors right over here, and
That's right.
depending on the airflow of the room, sometimes the French doors will pop open. Well, just last week, we realized that the cat and the dog have been coming up here. And I didn't realize that the door popped open. Well, sometimes when the door pops open, it shakes the room a little bit and things fall over. Like this Green Ranger. My dog got a hold of the Green Ranger.
Oh,
And the shield
Oh,
got
wow.
chewed up. The arm got chewed up. Thankfully, this is all the damage to this figure. This is the remastered version, if anybody's wanting to know. But I am currently...
If anyone wants to buy it.
Oh, well, no. This is a centerpiece, right? We talked about that last week, right? But if anybody has the Red Ranger remastered version of this line and is not using their shield, I would deeply, deeply appreciate it if you can let me know and send it my way. The arm, the wrist right there, I could live with. Thank God I was able to find the hand.
He pooped out. Oh, never mind.
No, it was fine. Like, my wife opened the front door, saw the figure, saw the hand. Hand's fine. The other thing was missing, was the dragon dagger. We were missing the dragon dagger. And I'm like,
Oh, it is
great, I'm never going to find that thing. So here I am with my phone, flashlight on, looking looking for the dagger. I'm looking
Been
all
there.
around the living room, all in her blankets, all everywhere. Go back upstairs, look for it upstairs. Couldn't find it. I was like, you know what? Let me go upstairs just one more time. I'm walking in the playroom. There it is. Perfect. So she must have had it in her mouth. The hand fell out because she was biting on it. And then the dagger fell out somewhere else. So if anyone has a golden shield from the remastered version, it does come with the Red Ranger. Please let me know.
Oh, the Disney fund is going to be hurting after those repairs.
I know, man. Can't even get there. Like, what the
Wait, I
hell?
wanted to show one thing
Yeah, go for it.
because we're talking about the Mythic Legions. If we
Big
if they
screen
did
them?
like
Or,
a Christian
or you
thing.
can screen share.
Yeah,
Oh, screen share. Yo.
like can you see this?
Shit.
If they did like
Yes.
a Holy War Pope, that would be fucking awesome. Chuck's comment reminded me of this figure when he brought up the Pope. I was like, bro, that would be so fucking sick if they did this.
Amazing.
Yeah, this is fucking cool.
The armored Pope.
That'd be bad. It's almost like fucking Warhammer 40K, like battle popes and clerics.
Yeah,
and shit.
true.
But it's got like all the scripture and
I was
ravens
gonna
and
say
stuff.
the
I was like, it's
scripture's
so cool.
hilarious.
That would be such a cool Mythic Legions figure.
Oh, shit. Empire Legend. That's too good. Yeah, I actually was these are what would you call retro unboxings? These ones here.
1 second.
Yeah, no worries. I have been as I'm prepping for the toy show, I'm kind of like trying to clear out boxes of crap that I haven't looked at. And I'm like, what am I doing with this? If I'm selling it, I'm selling it. If I'm keeping it, I'm keeping it. But I'm like looking at the value of these. It's not. I mean, this Dengar is worth like $12 now or something. And even so, I want to have all the bounty hunters on my shelf. So, he got opened and he's not getting sold. And Dr. Evazan I used to call him Emphazon, but yeah, anyways. He's obviously the dude from the Cantina scene in A New Hope, and he was super cheap. He was like for $16 or something. This when I bought the archive collection though, it was like, as you can see there, $35.99 from the previous pick. But I tried to get him into a half decent pose holding the rifle. But yeah, it's freaking cool. I mean, bounty hunters, you can't miss, and they did pretty good with the like jacket on the Doctor and his nose and stuff. But yeah, classic Star Wars figures gotta have that representation. I don't think Hot Toys will do a Dengar anytime soon, so I need some representation on the shelf. So it's staying as one of the ones that I'm keeping as I'm going through all this crap.
Dean, anything new, man?
Not in small scale. I don't think. I do. I have a bunch, but it's all on my pile of loot on BBCS.
Collecting.
And I don't have. I think I have another 13 days on it before I gotta ship it. So, but it's like
Anything
17
new
items
today?
deep at the moment.
And like
17 items.
last few days, anything new today? Not ones. Don't worry about 112. There's anything new. What do you got?
I got 2 Hot Toys in the mail.
Oh, nice.
On the way, or you got them delivered?
I got them delivered. Attack of the Clones Yoda and a 501st Deluxe Trooper
Nice.
from Sweet Tukathri. So, yeah, I'll talk about those more on Tuesday. But yeah, so I got those, but nothing small scale. I haven't even taken them out of the box yet. So
I have a couple other special new this week's that I haven't talked about, but I will. I'll get some better pictures. Just been this toy show prep and, like I said, all the other stuff. Haven't gotten to get a good picture of them, but I got some other items as well from Zach and from Scale and from Takao3. So there's a few things I got to take pics of. So I just wanted to shout those out. But those will be coming up soon.
That's awesome.
But yeah, you'll
guys.
see more retro Black Series unboxing because I've got like right here. Which one do I open, guys? I don't know.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Which one do I
You never
open?
have enough troopers.
I've already got
Both
one
of
on the
them.
shelf, but I need two, so I'm selling one and keeping one. But I'm like looking at the paint jobs and like, oh, this one's better here, this one's better there, and then my OCD kicks in, so I haven't opened it yet.
All right, guys. So we're gonna jump into some MAFEX. We also got some Marvel Legends, some SH figure arts, some McFarlane stuff, NECA, and then we got some hot not rounding out the end of the show. But the first thing we got is the MAFEX number 242 Rogue comic version. This is going to be $104.99 due out April 2025. And I think this looks great. I mean, you guys know this, I'm not a huge X-Men fan, but I think the sculpt looks good. I think everything on this looks good. The jacket looks, I see some stitching that I might not like, but I mean, at least it's there. It looks soft goods. If not, it's really
Yeah, I'm
clever.
pretty sure
Yeah,
it's soft goods.
definitely is.
Yeah, it has to be, right? And 3 different head sculpts. You kind of got the mean mugging looking face. You got a smiling face, and then you got that gritty teeth grinding face too. But what do you guys think about this?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not a big X-Men guy, but I'm a sucker for the Jim Lee designs of those characters. And I'm like, I should at least get a Rogue, a Wolverine, a Gambit. I already have Magic just
And a
because I
Cyclops.
think Magic is cool. Yeah, and a Cyclops. And then maybe like a Jubilee. Just because
Okay.
there's
That isn't a legit team though. That is a very legit team.
yeah, they're so like striking on the comic books, like their character designs again. And for the most part, I've been like, I'm like, even like Marvel Legends, I'm like, why bother? But then I saw this and I was like, fuck. And I just drew a picture of Rogue maybe like what, 3 or 4 weeks ago. And then this dropped, and I was like, it's almost like a sign that I should buy a Rogue figure because this looks fucking dope.
I mean, it's perfect though. I mean, like the comic Rogue that I know, the animated Rogue that I know, the hair is perfect, the band is perfect. I mean, I think that's what a lot of people look for. The suit's like there, like you're gonna see the suit. I don't know, man. This is some good work here.
I'm
The
seeing
only
the cover that it's based on. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say the only thing I would really change is make her hair more red than brown, like like an auburn or
Sure.
like a burgundy. Like it's too dark in those photos. Even juxtaposed to the jacket, like they're so close in shade that it's like I know that that's red, but it's so close to that brown color that it just doesn't pop enough for me. But that being said, this figure looks amazing, and even me I wouldn't even call myself a casual fan because I'm just not an X-Men guy.
Cisco
Even I'm like,
saying it
"Fuck,
takes
I kinda want
everything I have to stay away from this line.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
So
The
I might just dip my toe into Marvel Legends because those are probably what, 30, 40 bucks maybe.
And
like,
they're really good too. Like anyone who's
yeah, they're
had
pretty
a Rogue,
decent.
even like what Rogue from, I guess COVID-ish time. There was one that came out full box, with the clamshell and all that. Like it looked really good. I think I owned it for just a couple months, 3 months or so, and I ended up selling it. I mean, it hit market, so I was like, okay, I need the money. So
This looks like either he's used someone's inspiration or this is where they're taking it from, but it's David Nakayama's X-Men #1 yellow trade variant cover. It's like it's got the black lines here on the like just above the X, the exact same belt and knee pads and stuff, but it is almost a brown hair on that comic variant, but
Oh,
it,
okay.
man, it's so even so red, or I know she's supposed to have red, but man, the way this looks with the shiny green, and they nailed it. If this is the comic cover they're doing, man, it looks great. So yeah, if you need a Rogue figure, like you said, Dean, if you want a couple of X-Men representations,
Let me see which one.
and X-Men 97 is on right now. It's like
Is this
it's
the one you're looking at?
it's
Right here?
hot right now. David Nakayama, look up here. Let me look. Yellow trade variant. Look up that yellow trade variant. Look at that. There it is.
Oh yeah. I think Rainer has that in the 9.8.
It's almost the exact one. It is the exact one that they're doing there. Why can't you make it big? Come on, Sean.
My bad.
Is it because it's Yahoo Images?
I guess so.
Why are you on Yahoo?
No, it's not Yahoo. I have Google. It just never changed the thing in the corner.
When you click on it, it doesn't make it bigger on the right.
Where? Right here?
Yeah, just click on. Yeah,
There you go. Yeah. So you can see it's got like the belt that's the same. It's like the X is almost a rectangle, and it's
Yeah.
got the black lines at the shoulders. But yeah, really nailed it. But yeah, Dean, if you're looking for, there it is again. Actually, if you're looking for a Rogue representation, I think this is a good one.
Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can pull up the picture I drew. Because I want to say I did the same one.
Yeah, there's different variations on the belt and stuff, but this seems to be the one. For that one. The hair is really good too.
Yeah, I think I did do the same one. Hold on a minute.
Oh, we got some more people. Darth Tamaris, what up, Dean? Shout out. And we got Clinton Martin. Howdy, folks. Thanks for tuning in. And
Hey,
Danny Lee,
guys.
Jumbo. What up, Danny Lee?
What up? Yeah, so I
Not
drew
a
this picture
fan of the
Rogue.
metallic green. Oh,
Wow.
I liked it.
But see, I did the black bars.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really see them, and then that rectangle belt.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. That turned out great, man. I didn't see the final product.
Yeah, so. But I was looking at Jim Lee, so I guess he just did like a really faithful Jim Lee. But yeah,
I was going to say, I think it's not necessarily that guy's, but he has that variant. And then, she had brown hair, but to Dean's point, it's always different shade from the jacket. But, and Danny
is it brown?
saying,
Well, I guess in the cartoon it's like super mega.
yeah, I
red.
think it varies too. And I like the flat green, like the way Jim Lee drew it. There you go. Makes sense. I was going to say it's probably more comic accurate to not be shiny. Very cool.
All right, moving on to Marvel Legends. Thank you guys for joining us today. Lots of you joining just here in the last 5 or so minutes. Thank you for making us part of your evening. And
Hit that like button.
Yep, hit that like button. And going into Marvel Legends. So me and Zach talked a little bit about this. He was asking what was the best Iron Man to go with this Hulkbuster. And I'll get back into that in a second. But this is the Invincible Iron Man Marvel Legends Deluxe Hulkbuster. It's going to be $59.99, due out in October 2024. This is the 85th anniversary of the Hulkbuster, celebrating 85 years of Marvel with the Hulkbuster armor action figure, inspired by Marvel's The Invincible Iron Man comics.
Damn,
And it's
9
also going to be
inches.
9.1 inches tall.
Damn.
That's
So-
a lot. I mean, that's a lot.
It's a lot of inches.
That's
Yeah.
probably more.
No,
than
that's a
you need,
lot.
to be honest.
Probably about
It's a
6
gr-
more.
It looks like a great figure. My biggest thing is just reading through the description, and as I was researching the Iron Man, because there was a certain comic I was looking for. I was like, I've seen this Hulkbuster somewhere, and the biggest thing that caught me was that this was inspired by. So it's not going to be exact, but he does come with two other kind of looking gripping hands, and then the Tony Stark head that
Grippin'.
has like the metal gear around him. And
It's a little disappointing. There's no more hands, but I guess what you get a couple
I mean, it's
different chest
Hulkbuster.
pieces.
You just need some smashing hands, right?
I was gonna say
Oh,
fist
no.
is probably more than enough.
Yeah.
That's the back piece, so it fits in the box.
Look at that.
And
That's
then,
nice right there. The back piece and the arc reactor.
yeah, they do that with their deluxe pieces to fit them in the box. So you have to build it. It's not a lot, but yeah.
What was cool is that the comic I was looking for was the exact picture that we're seeing here now on the back of the box, and super comic accurate. There's the book, the Execute Program, Part 6 of 6. This is, I mean, it's to a T. This is that Iron Man, and of course it's inspired by, but you can see the one little thruster back in the back.
So do they have this Iron Man is it coming?
No, this was like back, I think it was 2004 is when this Hulkbuster came out.
Okay. So you have,
No,
because
but he
I'm
means
seeing
the-
pictures. Yeah, the Iron Man in front. Are they going to release that? Because I'm seeing pictures of a totally different Iron Man beside this Hulkbuster,
Yeah, what
like for
mark is
promo
that?
pictures.
Because there's like the Extremist Iron Man, and then what's the one that like goes to him? I forgot what.
Somebody will know which one this is, right? If it's in the comic.
So I told Zach, I think if you have the Extremis suit, this is going to be more than enough. It'll be more than enough. It's probably the closest because the Extremis suit comes from this version of Iron Man. The only other one that sorry, I'm trying to see if I can get this to count, who will hopefully be joining us soon. The only other one that I think would be good is that new, I guess it's Retro Iron Man, the Mark 20. Zach was taking some pictures of it. Either of those, that's right there. But I think the Extremis suit is really close to what we're seeing here.
I
in this
don't
Hulkbuster.
I don't like this Hulkbuster though at all.
What
Don't
you
like
don't?
Definitely
Give me one
Okay.
second. Hold on.
but
So, go on,
Nope.
Sean.
what I was gonna say, definitely
The thing's
stylized.
right here. I'll bring the charger up with.
Definitely stylized. I hope you bring it up here. Definitely stylized, but I mean, you
Yeah.
got to think over time. There's at least 4 Hulkbusters that I can think of that were released from the OG original Volume 1, which is like issue number 310-ish or so, somewhere right in there. And there was also a Thor Buster Iron Man Hulkbuster. And then this one plus 1 or 2 that came out more modern. And honestly, I like this more than I like the others. I think this looks great. Better
Yeah.
than MCU for sure.
So I'm a super. My introduction to Marvel was the movies. Mm-hmm. Like other than like growing up with like watching Spider-Man and stuff like that, I wasn't huge into the comic books. It was like, oh, the cartoons were on. Like I would watch them, super casually. I was more an anime guy than comic book guy. And so my introduction to Marvel was the movies.
Mm-hmm.
And when like the Hulkbuster was like, they're going to bring it into the movies. Every time someone brought up a Hulkbuster or like showed a figure off of a Hulkbuster, it was always some version of this. So even to me, this was kind of like in my mind's eye, kind of what I picture the Hulkbuster to be, like before the MCU version was ever shown. Mm-hmm. It was always this with those big golden like shields on him and that really round bulbous look to him with those like things sticking out the back of him. And I've always thought like, oh, that looks cool. I don't know anything about, these characters and stuff, but Obviously the name is pretty explanatory. He fights the Hulk in it. So, but yeah, this is fucking sweet to see like a new version of this, because I think, God, what was the last one that came out?
Wasn't it the deluxe?
Like a Marvel Select, like years and years
something
ago.
like that.
It's this suit's been around a long time. So, I mean, 2004 is what 20 years ago now. So it's like, it doesn't seem like that long ago. I was like, oh fuck, it really is 20 years ago. So, yeah, this is super. I was pretty hyped for this. Like, damn, I might get that just because it's so cool.
You do need to pair an accurate Iron Man with it, though. I think that's a.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get it with him, but you need to find the one that fits.
It's got to be coming. The one they're advertising with it doesn't work with it.
No.
If this is the one they're advertising, or if this is someone else doing it, but they need to release the one on that comic cover, like you showed. But
I think you're good. I think you're good with the Extremis. The next closest thing would be that Mark 20. I was looking between the two, and I couldn't really find too much difference. The Mark 20 does have some resemblance to the Volume 2 series, where I think this is like Volume 4 or 5 of Invincible Iron Man. They interchanged the name so many times.
Very close to the back and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad I'm like the, I guess, controversial opinion. I don't know why. I don't like the proportions. I don't like how big barrel chested his ribs look. Like his stomach is too big. I was introduced to the Hulkbuster.
He's got to fit a guy in there.
I know, but I'm introduced
On top of fighting
the
the Hulk.
I'm used to the Hulkbuster. I was introduced to the Hulkbuster from the MCU. I'd never seen it before. I, as like Dean, only really watched Marvel, like Spider-Man in the 90s, like that, and then the movies, like the animated.
Yeah.
But this, I had never seen this until literally, I had never seen this. I thought it was like, until the other day. So I was like, what is this, like third-party ass looking Hulkbuster? And it's just so, I don't like how bulbous and round it is. Every time I look at it, I think maybe because it's the honeycombs and the round head, I think of like a bumblebee or something, or like Juggernaut, and it's just I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm used to the MCU version. I like that one so much more. And then the little power canisters on the back as well kind of remind me of like a bee of some sort. I don't know why.
See, and like both of y'all, my first introduction to Marvel was the movies. First thing I did was like, okay, I love Iron Man as a character in the movies. And by the time Guardians of the Galaxy came out, I'm like, you know what? Let me jump into the comics. So the first thing I did was go to the OG comics. I went to the Volume 1 of Iron Man and got as many of those as possible and slowly started filling in the gaps. And like, I think it was like 3 years ago now, I sold that entire collection. And I don't regret it, but damn, I miss having those books. I mean, I was 30 books, I think, from finishing that first run. I had this one. I had this whole series, this Invincible Iron Man series. I had the whole series. And the Iron Man one, the original Iron Man series, was the only one I needed to finish. Moving on, though, we have the Marvel Legends, the Cabal, Amazon exclusive for $74.99. Ship date is later this summer. Available for pre-order on the 29th, which was yesterday at 1 p.m. on Amazon, of course. This is going to include Iron Patriot, Taskmaster, and Doctor Doom. And this is inspired by the character's appearance in the Marvel's Siege, the Cabal comics. This particular Iron Patriot is awesome because there's a whole backstory to it. If you don't know, that's blanking on the name now. From Spider-Man.
Oscorp.
Oz. Yeah, that's Oz.
I was right.
Osborn. That's Osborn, right? And the whole idea was that they realized they finally got rid of the Avengers, right? And then they realized, oh crap, the world is not good without them. So they needed to step up. So there were some villains who ended up stepping up as the impromptu Avengers at the time. Oz being one of the them as the Iron Patriot. But I think this guy looks great. Comes with a couple of blasters, couple of hands, just like a normal Iron Man would, and then the extra head sculpt. The cool thing about this is, I'm gonna call him our friend. Hope he still is. Ross Persichetti, the guy we talked to back in November, December of last year about the Cyberzoic wave, actually had his hands on this, and he said, "I sculpted the new parts for the Marvel Legends Iron Patriot, a fun departure from my usual creature sculpt." And you
Nice.
can
I know
see
he was
here-
talking about working with them, I think, right? When we were...
Yeah, well, he was working
Yeah.
on a different Spider. He was working on a Spider-Man at the time.
Yeah, but he was... Yeah, because it was his first venture. We were kind of with one of the bigger companies, so that's cool.
Right.
That's cool to
And
hear.
on my bad, I sent him a message asking like, "Hey, would you be able to comment on this figure a little bit?" I don't know what happened to my Instagram. I went back and looked at the message and it disappeared. So I don't know.
Likely story.
I know, right? But you can
I just
see here-
resend it. Maybe we'll still get something next. We can talk about it
Yeah,
next
I want to
time.
ask him about it.
Yeah.
But you can see like the chest armor, the shoulders, and then the leg thigh plates right there looking.
Hey, and
Looking good.
Marvel Legends, you're gonna be seeing these parts a lot, so yeah. But he'll be able to say I had my hands on a lot of figures. So
Oh, yeah.
they'll be using those fits, so that's cool. I like the
And-
shininess on that one. Oh, so shiny.
My fault.
You're a
On him,
weird
yeah.
guy.
What?
Just saying,
Shiny.
you're a weird guy.
Shiny.
It's so shiny.
It's from a show or TV or movie or something.
Yeah,
Canadian
I'm
show.
sure.
Anyway, moving on, we do have the Taskmaster here. Taskmaster. Oh my god. With the shield, the sword, the bow, it looks great. Much better than the original release, more modern original release that he had.
Colors
Has-
pop, yeah.
Yeah, it has the bow, has gun, classic World War II gun with some extra hands, a bow, and the sword. And of course, his Taskmaster shield and the orange behind the
Luger.
cape really, really, really looks nice.
That's
And,
cool.
This looks cool.
Danny Lee over here always loved the design of Taskmaster.
How'd you feel about the MCU version?
Feel like, yeah, no good. Isn't the symbol supposed to be evenly, like? It looks like the bottom part. You see how it's not an even like an evenly spaced
Yeah,
on the shield. Anyways,
it's more like a T than a Y.
yeah. Anyways,
I
cool
don't
though.
know
I really
I don't
love
know
it.
anything about
I don't know if
Taskmaster.
it's supposed to be, yeah, but the little like belts and stuff and all that, and the skull looks great. So they did good on this.
I almost want this just for the bow, arrow, and sword.
You got to buy the 3-pack.
Bro, are we gonna talk about that?
Yeah, for sure. What
Yeah,
is
go for it.
$74.99? What's the next one again?
No, it's
Doom?
100.
Oh, I
Which
thought it
one?
was 75.
Which
Decent
are you
one.
talking about?
Do you have the price on this 3-pack?
It's $74.99.
Oh, is it? I thought it was 100. I'm sorry.
You saw someone trolling on Stashbin, didn't you?
Yeah, I
Is that
guess
where
I
you saw
did.
it?
Yeah, that's probably where I saw it.
No,
But
it's
they were
and
lying?
look here. Let me see real quick.
Because I was like, they have no fucking business charging $100
No,
for this.
it's $74.99. It's
Okay.
I'm on the actual listing, and
Yeah,
if you're
for
wondering,
full
it's
3
still
figures,
open
that
for
wouldn't make sense.
pre-orders, due out September 1st of this year.
Nice.
See the Doom here now?
Yeah. The Doctor Doom is the one I'm interested in.
I think the most boring one is unfortunately the Iron Man, just because I just don't like the color scheme so much. I like how, like I said, the shininess of it. That's kind of cool, and like I like the way the shoulders look. They're kind of a cool like shoulder pieces. But yeah, the Taskmaster. Geez, yeah, that is hard to say. Is the cooler one, and the Doom. once
Doom
Sean
is basically
clicks
all
it here.
One
reused.
second, guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think some of it's reused, but he's a
All
cool
of it's
figure.
reused.
So.
It's just repainted, and it actually comes with a cloth goods cape, which is cool.
What is it reused from? The original one that was like in that
A
big white
Doom that
case.
came out like not that long ago, but it came with 2 heads instead of just 1.
I have a Doom from like it's like the comic. I think it came in like with the comic backing, and it came with the book. But I bought it for as a Spider-Man villain, and it came when it was like when they were doing the retro cards of him.
That might have been it.
pretty
I
cool.
don't remember, but I know it's not an old Doom at all.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
But this one, I just feel like the paint's a little bit better. I don't know. Well, we're still talking on the Taskmaster slide, but I like the
Dr.
colors
Doom
better in this
retro.
one. And I've always wanted a really cool Doctor Doom figure because I'm a sucker for like knight armor, and Doctor Doom fucking wears that shit, and I'm like, that's so fucking cool.
Yeah, the retro one I got he comes with like some little blast effects, 2 books, and it's like the Fantastic Four retro card. But I mean, again, he fits into how many he's a villain in so many series. So I mean, he fits in anywhere.
Let me look that up.
Jonathan,
Yeah, what
Yes,
are you
sir.
doing? Yeah, no, not that one. Or actually, I think that might also be it.
oh damn, this one's totally different color scheme. It might be the
Right.
same.
It's darker.
It might be the same pieces though.
Yeah, I think the metal's just a little more metallic looking.
Yeah, it's
The green is
definitely
darker.
more realistic looking.
Yeah, it's fucking sweet. And again, I didn't grow up reading the comic books, but I grew up watching the movies, and of course I saw the terrible Fantastic Four movies back in the day. But I always thought Doctor Doom was a really cool looking bad guy. And then of course, you know, you go home from watching the movie, you're like, I want to look up Doctor Doom, and then you see like from the comic book. So I'm familiar with this design of the character.
Definitely a bit different from the one that I have, but yeah. It's a
Yeah.
cool pack. I think, like I said, if you, especially if you like the Iron Man, but yeah, I think the Iron Man's unfortunately the weakest just for me, but the other two are really cool. And $75 for the 3 isn't terrible, but yeah, if it was 100, hell, I think
Soft goods on the
would be too
soft goods
much.
cape on the Doom.
Dude, that's what Marvel Legends has been fucking missing. Because at least
Yeah,
Star Wars
yeah.
finally started getting it through their fucking head. Like, let's start doing soft goods.
I mean, they're
The
in
one
same
I have
office,
is
but
hard.
what's it gonna take?
plastic.
Like, we're gonna try this soft goods thing that no one else has tried. We'll see how
Right?
it goes.
And it's like, okay, well, and then, yeah, it's like they do things in one line and not the other, like double jointed elbows. Why the fuck are our Star Wars toys have double jointed elbows? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
And
I
then
was trying
it's
to
like, oh, what's
do that with the Dr. Emphazan earlier, and I was like, I could only get his hand up as high as you could see in my picture earlier.
yeah, it's super annoying. And then, but Marvel Legends' articulation is pretty great. But then they do stupid shit like not cloth goods. But now it seems like they're moving that. Although it's like, okay, Doctor Doom gets cloth goods, but
And is it-
Taskmaster doesn't.
Yeah, I was thinking that. And is it because it's a deluxe pack? I don't know.
Right. So, I mean, as much as they're fucking charging for these goddamn things now, I think it's a fucking travesty that they aren't. Because, like, I could look at something like the McFarlane and be like, okay, they're not great, but they're also still $20.
And they're going into they're now dipping
They're
more into
doing-
the soft
yeah,
goods,
with the
thankfully. Because
Batmans.
God, all the I only have one Batman from them, and there's a few more I've wanted, but I was like, those capes are just too annoying to do anything
Yeah.
with.
And
So
I
I
will
haven't bought
say that the McFarlane's cloth goods aren't great either.
Yeah.
But when you have a cloth goods on your figure, it's usually easier to replace it. Because when it's a plastic cape that's on a figure, it's usually like glued to the back of them. You got to fucking carve out the plastic, and
Yeah,
it's a big pain in the
exactly.
ass. So it's like, even if it makes it easier to replace the cape with something nicer, like from eBay, I say that's still a win.
I would. Yeah.
I mean, though, it's like when it's the attempt to give the soft goods, I think
Right.
is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, some of the higher end scale are doing it, but then you get people who are like Four Horsemen. While their figures are significantly more expensive, they always have soft goods.
And well done soft goods.
Well done.
Super clean stitching, super like
Even a bottom level Four Horsemen
Yeah, $40
is just as
figure.
expensive as an SH Figure Arts,
yeah.
which is not far off now from Hasbro Marvel Legend.
And Mythically just started doing hands now, because usually you would just get the hands that were in the box, but now they come in like a little bag inside the box. And yeah, Mythically just has stepped up their game big time this year. But yeah, the materials they use are real thick. Because like the McFarlane ones, you could hold up to a light and see fucking straight through it.
Count.
What up?
I apologize for the technical difficulties.
Say, can we hear him though?
We can't hear you, though.
No. Well, I say what really quick while he's testing. Equan said here it was originally priced at 100, but it was supposed to have Loki, and they took him out, but didn't change the price.
Oh.
Interesting. And Danny pointed this. I was thinking the T is for Taskmaster, and he pointed that out earlier on the
Master.
Taskmaster.
You keep doing it.
Can we hear Count?
Count, are you here? Nope.
No. Let's see if we can. I can maybe see his.
Yeah, can you look at his stuff? Because I'm gonna move on real
Setting.
quick. So here's the comic book by
I can't
where it's
pick his mic.
inspired off of the Siege, the Cabal, and the cool thing is most recent Siege actually came out of what was it called?
Oh, we had him for half a second there.
Anyway, okay, so we got some McFarlane. Badfish, you want to take over that real quick, and maybe I can help him out.
Yeah, let's do this. So we had this is really cool news. I'm really tempted by this. The 6 scale vehicles are so cool, but they take up so much space. And these, like the 89 Batmobile from McFarlane, is something I'm really looking at getting as a like representation. And this is another really cool representation that I think we could hopefully get, that I'm hoping to actually get. But it was teased a while ago, and now we're getting much better pictures. It's coming actually tomorrow, May 31st. 7-inch scale. There is the gold label series, the trilogy, Dark Knight trilogy tumbler with Lucius Fox. This is going to be on the McFarlane store exclusive though, which is a little disappointing. I was hoping that it'd be on Amazon or something. So, but this is really cool. There's some videos out there on YouTube if you want to see it. But the steel, the weathering on the steel, yeah, it's a cool release, and it comes with that little box with some like plastic molded tools. You can't take anything out; it's just there molded. But that is going to be. Let's see. I thought they said it was set. They haven't really said the price. I think they said it was $70 or $75 with the 75 to
Pre-order date of
85.
tomorrow, Friday.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. So
31st.
I'm trying to double check. I thought that there was just a rumored price. Equine will probably correct me here in a moment. But let's see. But this is really cool. And then as you saw there very quickly, if you go down to the next one, there's the camo version, which is going to be an Amazon exclusive, which that's just there's no figure with it. So this one is $70 even. So they have released the price. So that gives you an idea. So add the figure price on top. That will be the Lucius one. But it's kind of unfortunate the camo one is available on Amazon, like going to be possibly
But
even more widely
the
available.
camo one comes with different like weapons and stuff on it too.
Yeah, I was about to say it's got like this rocket launcher. It's got a bit of a different design, so it's going to be. I think it's a really cool release, and I mean both are It's rumored to be 120. That's a little disappointing. I was kind of hoping to be like maybe 95 or 85 with the figure with Lucius, but either way, very cool release. And I don't know, McFarlane's killing it, man. I
Yeah,
don't
they
know.
are.
I really want the black one.
This looks really, really nice. I mean, not even to just like have a, if you just wanted a vehicle, this is awesome.
Yeah, I'm almost tempted to get one because I've talked about them on the show before, but I like little armory the little armory girls, the like anime figures with fucking guns and tactical gear, and like just to have a vehicle for them and like fucking like have them all like on it and fucking shooting guns from it would be fucking dope. So even I might pick one of these up because yeah, 112 vehicles are like actually not that common. So this is really cool to see. And I mean, it's not technically even 112 because they're bigger than that. So
Yeah.
you could just futz in 112 very easily because they're almost the same. But yeah, and that's such a, even me who doesn't like the Dark Knight trilogy, it's a cool fucking Batmobile. Like it's a cool design vehicle. So like it's not lost on me. So yeah, this is really cool.
Yeah, and the price is, I mean, if for $70, I'm really surprised if it's 120, that much more for the black one, but the price is really, really good. If it's under 100 for the black one and the figure, with Lucius, that'd be awesome. And sorry, so really quick, Action Figure Academy, welcome. And he was talking about Marvel Legends taking shortcuts earlier, buying less of them. But very quickly, Batmobiles will be in stores in less than 3 months. McFarlane always does that. Did they do that with the '89 one? See, because here in Canada, I haven't. It's more of an Amazon thing, but it has gone down in price. So I'm looking at grabbing it still. But yeah, definitely a must-have. What's this one? Dark Side. This is also McFarlane. The ruler of Apocalypse makes his DC multiverse entrance. So it's a mega fig. So this one's actually going to be $50. This one sold out in a lot of places. I think it might be available on GameStop still, but it's August 2024. This, yeah, was really popular. People looking for it. And yeah, like I said, sold
Was
out in
there
a lot of
a
places.
was there a color variant of this one?
Not that I'm aware of, but
Maybe it was.
I could be wrong.
We
It
don't
looks
have
soft
it.
goods here for
We
McFarlane.
don't have it here on this show, but I know there was that whole Marvel McFarlane team up, and I feel like there was a dark side that was that they teased. It was more like statue based, I guess. You know those statues they've been doing.
Oh, the McFarlane Marvel news just
Yeah,
recently. I was gonna put that on, but yeah, it was statues, so I just left it. But yeah, I don't know if there was that was in there. I like the muscle, the veins on this is cool.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm not really a dark side. I don't know much about him, so I didn't understand the hype for this, I guess. But I guess he's kind of that classic villain, DC
Yeah,
villain.
he's like the Thanos of the DC.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But I think, I mean,
with the
he might
Omega
be able to
beam.
power Thanos.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That he's because Thanos really ain't shit without the gauntlet.
I was gonna
But
say, yeah.
Darkseid is like he don't need shit to fuck you up. And
Do you
he's got that
know?
Omega beam that like shoots in zigzags.
Is that what he's doing with his eyes here?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is a cool release though. It looks what it's probably comic, very comic. Yeah, classic style. So very cool. But next up from NECA, we have the first Hammer horror figures. It's basically the ultimate Count Dracula 7-inch scale from 1958 horror of Dracula. Pre-order is available on the NECA store. I think all these are NECA store exclusives during Toy Fair. This one's $34.99, but comes with a couple candlesticks, shovel, and cool head sculpt. Three head sculpts. Sorry. So if you're a horror fan, this is I like the way it's outfit sculpted. It's kind of like that matte. It's a very simple outfit, but it's that matte black. I just want, and then if we go right into this next one, this is the legendary actor Vincent Price. He's also going to be up for pre-order on the NECA store, and he comes with some really cool accessories. Skull. He comes with a what is it? A cookbook. Let me see. A black cat, a skull, a swap out arm, a raven, a cup of coffee with a cigarette. Yeah, it looks like a cigarette. I'm surprised they're giving that. But basically, there's a lot of really interesting accessories with this one, I feel like. But this and the likeness is pretty damn good. And again, this simple suit, but I always NECA legs, kneecaps are weird to me, but I like the upper torso suit. It looks really cool with the collar, and apparently it has different collar swap outs too.
They make the legs, like at least the upper legs, super straight, and then it has a bend to it, you know,
So
just
weird
enough to
looking.
balance the figure. Because a lot of times, even like with these like human characters, their boots are kind of rounded, and the roundingness of it comes through the bottom of the soles of the shoes too.
Yeah, this one is going to come with 3 portraits as well, but those long fingers, Jesus. There's the portraits. Here we go. Yeah, and the different collars, and a raven, which is cool. They didn't show on that though. This is interesting. They have this big chair. I don't know if this is something they're going to do later. I couldn't find out anything about this.
That would be
Sometimes
a
they do that,
huge
though.
set if they,
Yeah.
if they did that chair.
It'd be cool if they did like an accessory set or something for it, but it wouldn't be out of the ordinary for NECA to do that. But this is a cool one, and if you're a horror fan, excuse me, I know Vincent Price is a legendary part of that genre. So, and then this one, I mean, if you're a Predator fan. I think this is going to be really popular. This is going up for release in September. Pre-orders are going live this week. Again, on the NECA store. It's going to be pre-orders available till June 19th at 11:59. It's priced at $100. Originally released in 2018, so it's actually a reissue. And the figures are sold separately. It's just a throne. It's 14-inch tall, cast in resin with plastic attachments, priced at $100. And yeah, this bone throne. You can see like the alien skulls on it.
Is that the queen's head?
That's what it
I
looks
don't know.
like.
It should be.
So,
God.
Batfish,
But yeah,
I
this is
almost
cool.
want this because it almost looks like something like out of an illithid.
You could sneak this into a lot of things, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
like
But $100 for
100,
a fucking
I was
throne, bro.
thinking that too.
You could 3D print this, fucking throw some bone white on there with a brown wash,
And then a
call
wash,
it a
yeah.
fucking day for, I don't know.
Time to challenge Zach. Let's see what
Well, I have a
Zach's
fucking
Wonderland
3D
come up
printer,
with.
but-
Man, I just got when I saw the price, I was like, really, $100? But NECA does that. Excuse the Bone Throne, Dean's nickname. Shout out. Oh man.
Did I say
Honest-
that? Did I say bone throne?
Jeez.
I don't know. I don't know.
My Anubis just fell over.
Oh no. Go one more picture, by the way. But honestly, this is cool. But NECA does this shit. It's like $100. They did the freaking turtle thing for $300 for the freaking sewer for one small room for 4 walls or whatever.
Not
There's
even
3
three,
walls.
wasn't it?
And a floor. It's just NECA overprices their diorama stuff so severely, but people
'cause
eat
people
that
fucking
shit up.
pay for it.
Yeah,
it's
people eat that
crazy.
shit up. That's why they can get away with it. So this is interesting, but yeah, it is a little disappointing the price. So, and it fits most figures 7 to 9 inches tall.
If this was 45, $50, because NECAs really aren't that expensive of figures. I mean, when you can compare them to something like Mythic or import figures, 45, maybe $60.
TMNTs are 35 depending
Yeah.
what it is.
Like they're
Yeah.
not super outrageously priced, especially because they're a larger scale figure. That it's kind of nice, and some of them have like LEDs and shit. So it's like, oh dang, bang for the buck. Like I don't mind, spending a little more for like a nicer figure. Because NECA have gotten really nice. I mean, back in the day, they were so shit. I'm surprised they're still in business. They would break out of the box. They'd break in
Yeah.
the fucking box. You'd look at them at the store and they'd be fucking broken. But they've gotten really nice. So like, I used to talk a lot of shit about NECA. I mean, it was always a point of contention between me and Dylan on this show. Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I've come around. I've changed my opinion on NECA. I've been very impressed with them for the last few years. That being said, if this was, 45, 50, maybe $60, I'll give it a pass. It's a big display piece for a $35 to $40 figure. Sure. But $100 for what? It doesn't do anything. There's no lights. There's no sounds. Like it's just big, but I could buy two NECA figures for less than that.
Yeah, exactly.
Doug Collector and Rob Barnes joining us tonight, too, guys.
What up?
Rob
You guys for
Barnes,
being
yeah.
here.
He's the real alien collector with the profile picture telling us how it's the queen. It is the queen head, but straight up as opposed to horizontal. And Duck Collector mentioning TMNT, they have gone so deep, and they're scraping the barrel with the cartoon versions. They because they know TMNT collectors are absolutely insane when it comes to collecting. They will get everything. And at toy shows, I sold some turtle stuff. It was like the first stuff I sold, and stuff that I did not think I was going to get rid of. And he had no question. He was like, I'll buy that right now off you. Like, it was there's one guy, he brings turtle stuff every show just for a specific guy. He always has like new turtle stuff for him. And man, the aftermarket on all that stuff,
It's insane.
it is insane, and people buy it. People are spending like $250 on a set that used to be $80 or something like that, or maybe even $70. And it's crazy, man. And I think NECA's seeing that. Yeah, they release so much shit. Like Juan says, it's a disease, but they release. I'm done. I've been long done with the cartoon TMNT because they just got too deep for me, and I got all the kind of core cool stuff. But yeah, they and NECA also screwed me a few times. I've talked about it before, but there's just
Absolutely
too many.
right. Ask Loco. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I remember
Loco
last time
Lou.
we had him, and he had like the garage shelves like full of just TMNT. I'm like,
That's
damn,
another person we need to get
damn.
back on the show. We're trying to get more guests back in rotation. Loco would be a great person to get on.
Yeah.
And the collector started mentioning the Usagi figs. Spank him on those prices.
Bro,
Yeah.
I want an Usagi so bad.
I know.
Because we used to go to Goodwill's a lot when I was a kid. And there's not a lot of shit for kids in Goodwill. So I would kind of just try to entertain myself while my mom shopped, And I remember I went to this, just where they had like the books and stuff, and I found a bunch of Usagi comics. And I didn't know what the fuck he was, which is crazy because I was a huge Ninja Turtles fan as a kid. I don't know when they brought him over into the Turtles universe, but I had never seen that. And
Hell yeah,
Heavy
man.
Equan.
it was
Definitely.
like all these comics. It must have been like 50 different Usagi comics. And they were cheap as shit, and I ended up getting all of them. And I used to port through those books, and I loved that character. And I've always had at least one Usagi figure in my collection, and I haven't had one in a number of years. Or if I do, it's the same one I had back in the day. I just don't know where it is. And I missed the boat on the NECA ones because I don't really pay attention to NECA. Again, like I had such a hot and cold relationship with them for so long. And then when I found out that they did it, it was like already gone, and now it's like a fucking $80-$90 figure. I'm like, I'm not paying that much for it. Like, so I'm just waiting for them to release like a regular bare bones version of Usagi.
Definitely action figure. Yeah, man. Don't worry about that though. They'll redo them. They're
Yeah, because there's like the black and white
release-
version, then like
Yeah.
the space armor, whatever the fuck it was.
don't
They
overpay
cross
right
over
now.
so hard with all kinds of shit. All right,
Yeah,
guys.
don't
Moving on to
overpay right
Tamashii
now.
Nation's SH Figure Arts. Dean, I apologize for how I'm about to say all of these names. So if you would not mind backing me up after I screw them up royally. The first thing we have is the SH Figure Arts. It's Ichirakua ramen set, maybe.
Only $90 too. Just
Yeah,
kidding.
look at me trying. Scheduled for release in November of 2024. Pre-orders open up on June 3rd. I think this is really cool. I think this is a really, really cool set, actually. I think it'd be fun to just like throw a Spider-Man in it, having him like eaten with like Green Goblin or something like that. You know, just kind of like just chilling like after a big battle, kind of like Avenger
Yeah.
style kind of thing.
I don't know if this is a very specific, like, I don't read Japanese characters, so I don't know what the name of this thing is, like, you know, the red font.
Oh, I can
If
find
that's,
out.
I don't know if it's very specific to Naruto, because they have their Naruto characters in it, so I'm assuming it is.
I mean, imagine having a Pokemon.
But I was
And
gonna
I can
say,
I could knock off Ash or something like that.
you could really futz this into anything,
Anything,
like
yes.
any 1/12 display, really. Yeah, you got Pokemon there, Street
Ramen
Fighter.
medicine, apparently it says.
Okay, I'm not familiar with Naruto, so I don't know if that's like a thing in the show, but like, yeah, Street Fighter. Like you said, you could fucking have like Spider-Man, like that'd be fun.
They're walking off the set of the game, you know, like, let's go get
Yeah,
some
something
food.
like they're just like everyone's eating with, you know, fucking Thanos. Like, it'd be funny. Like, it's a cool little set to have. Like,
And I think the funniest part of all this is because like I have not watched Naruto either, right? But just having the stacked bowls of ramen, and just reminding me of Dragon Ball Z, like Goku just like chowing and like all the plates start stacking
Yeah.
up as the
Yeah.
like.
well, that's what I was about
see
to
here.
say, because they released the set for the Goku that was like all the food and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
those are
the
cool.
chicken wings and the hands and stuff. Like,
yeah.
you don't, and it was like tables, I think. That doesn't have to go with Goku, right? Like,
No.
you could have, yeah, like all your figures just hang around eating at a table. Like, that's hilarious. So,
Have they said what this is made of? Because it looks like it's like almost a 3D puzzle, the roof.
like paper,
Ah,
that would
Yeah.
good
suck.
point.
Yeah.
Well, and then
Because
it's
I'm
gonna
trying to
have, like,
find a price for it.
I'm guessing. Yeah, I haven't found the price either, and I feel like the letters are going to be soft goods. I mean, it has to be. And then you get the little poster back there, and
Yeah, it looks
that's
like.
going to be soft goods. I mean, I
It
mean,
is
I think
cool,
it's just
though.
a fun set. Like,
But-
you know, this would be cool for anybody who wants like to do a diorama set or anything like that.
There you go, another Zach's Wonderland. Get him to print you some ramen bowls.
There you go.
He's gonna be like,
throw
stop
a chicken
fucking
wing in
giving
there,
people
too.
Ideas.
Let's see, did anyone correct us on the Naruto here? It's the ramen shop Naruto eats at all the time. Ramen Raku is also something I saw, but yeah, there you go.
Okay, well,
That would be cool. Yeah, 1/6 for his Blade Runner figures.
oh yeah, that'd be
That's
badass.
cool.
So the next thing that we have was a couple of figures paired up here is the SH Figure Arts Naruto
ramen now.
Uzumaki, the Jin. I'm not even gonna try that one. I'm sorry. Entrusted with Hope figure and the SH Figure Arts Hatake.
Itachi.
Hatake Kakashi.
Kakashi. The framed
Oh, Jin
Shirangan.
Churiki was the one you were trying to say before.
Yeah.
Jin
What you
Churiki.
said
Yeah.
hero. This is due out in November. One picture I don't have is that they released some box art for the Naruto figure, and it looks really good. The orange pops. It looks like great packaging, just like SH Figure Arts does with a bunch of their stuff. Still no prices though. I don't know what's up with that, but these figures look really good. And then the other set was the Sasuke. Yeah, and the He Who Bears All Hatred.
Sakura.
And Sakura.
Sakura Haruno is the second one.
These are all
basic reissues, like Equan said.
I was gonna say, I'm not a huge Naruto expert, but I know I've owned a Sasuke figure and a Naruto figure years ago, and they look just like this. Because I remember I liked the belt on the Sasuke figure and his collar, and I was like, man, that's a really cool figure to pose around. And then I was like, well, I can't just get Sasuke. I'm gonna get Naruto too, because I used to read Naruto way back in the day, and I just never got into the anime, and then I stopped reading it.
So are these hard to find now? Like, is that why they're...
I feel like maybe they are, because I remember selling mine on Stash Bin like within 30 minutes of posting them for like $60 at the time. And I was like, God damn, maybe I should have asked for more, because they sold so fast. And like this dude was like, I'll take them right now. So yeah, that's what I was going to say, but I'm not an expert, and I know he has a lot of different outfits, or the characters do. So I was like, I'm pretty sure this is the same fucking thing.
Is this the one you recently just started watching and were like, it's actually pretty good? Or was it it was one of the like more popular ones you had never watched anime wise, right? Or was it My Hero?
My Hero.
Was it My
love
Hero?
My Hero.
I know there's one you recently watched that were like, this can't be that good, and then you finally watched it.
Yeah, and I was like, shit, it is.
And you started getting all the figures.
Yeah, it was My Hero for sure.
See, this is what we need you here, Dean. The anime.
Thank you so much, Deanie. We do
my
have
sister's
18
name.
current watchers right now,
I
and
was gonna say, you confused me there.
and if you feel so inclined, which we hope we do, hit that like button. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're an hour and a half in, and we just got a little bit more for you guys. So up next is the SH Monster Arts Godzilla, the 1954 version 70th anniversary special, scheduled for release in November of 2024. Pre-orders go on sale June 3rd. I
swear to God.
I think he looks like just a piece of clay that they threw together, threw some brown and black paint on him. And I mean, I think the coolest thing about all of this, I didn't include the picture, but you could see it here, and like what it comes with is the planes. It comes with the little planes that you can pose and
They're
have
tiny.
them like burning out of the sky and stuff. But like this guy just looks so bad. I mean,
Well,
I'm
what
sure
are those
he's a
little
great
tiny
Godzilla,
hands it
but
comes with?
I don't know. Definitely 1954. But
Kind of reminds me of a dog.
Did it say the price?
no.
Because that's where the Monster Arts always get me. I'll see them, and I'm like, man, this looks fantastic. Because I've talked about it for a long time. That I've wanted a Godzilla in my collection, and I've just never found one that I was like, that's the one. One, I want something kind of imposing that's like way too large. And the ones that are way too large are too expensive. I've just never found a happy medium.
Yeah.
And when you find it, it's actually inflated too. It's not just like it's way too expensive. It's like, here's a secondary seller, and it's like $150 more.
Yeah. And then sometimes I'm like, well, fuck it. I'll get a regular sized figure at retail. And then I look in the Monster Arts, and it's like, what the fuck am I paying for? You guys, because SH Figure Arts, for the most part, is a pretty affordable brand for what you get. Now, you know, usually they're like $60-$70, but it's like 8 face plates, 30 hands. You know, that's obviously an exaggeration, but you get a lot of bang for your buck. And their imports, so they're usually very nicely put together. The paint apps are great. You know,
Yeah,
I could
well, I don't know
justify
what
a
it
$60
is.
figure, but their monster arts are so fucking expensive, and it's like, for what?
Dude, I feel like it's every Godzilla figure I see. It's so pricey, and yeah, Action Figure was saying, Academy was saying, this is accurate to that. It definitely looks accurate. I haven't seen the movie, but just from screenshots. But man, the only, I swear, the only line that releases more figures than freaking Godzilla is Sonic. Cause holy crap, every freaking week there's a new Godzilla. Last time it was Mecha Godzilla. Before that was like the black and white one. Before that was like the one with the big ass tail. It's just endless. And
Yeah.
don't get me wrong,
Hey, those
Well,
Sonic
you got
Prime
what?
figures
Hey.
are cool though.
50 years worth of movies?
it's just I just am like, they at one point it's become a point where I see the differences, but week over week, and I name them all just there. It's just there's so many. It's crazy how many
like, which one do you
Godzillas get
choose?
released.
They're all, and I'm interested enough that like I'll watch reviews on these things, or even like the one that comes to mind the most, just for the sake of what I'm about to argue, the King Ghidorah figure for that the Godzilla movie that came out a few years ago.
Yeah,
Was that King of the Monsters? No, whatever it was with King Ghidorah. It's a huge figure, and it has these fucking wings and the 3 heads, and you're like, oh my god, this thing is crazy good. And then you watch reviews on it, and the paint apps are fucking terrible. The figure can't even stand with the fucking stand they give you because
too
it's
heavy.
just too floppy and heavy. And it's like, how much was this thing? What are you charging this for? You guys are out of your goddamn minds.
is there articulation like I see like
Not
there's a
on
ton
that
of
one.
joints
It was
here,
basically
but
a statue, and it's like, yeah, you got wings, but they really only like did this. It's not like they
Right.
folded and you could make him like walk and stuff. It was basically just pre-posed wings you snap in place, and it's like,
yeah.
it's just bad. And it's like, I can't justify spending that kind of money on these little Godzilla figures. It's like, I'll buy a pre-posed Godzilla statue that's 3 times the size for like $100 more.
I think that's your better route for what you want, especially Dean. But yeah, like I see these like they have so many joints here, but I can't see this having good articulation really.
Yeah, because if you compare it to even a NECA Godzilla, those are pretty dang good, and they're less than half the price.
Yeah.
I don't understand martial arts and the fact that people keep buying these things. Obviously, people are buying them; they wouldn't keep making them. It's like, what the fuck?
And they always go up in price, like
I'm
Sean
willing
said.
to I'm willing to
seems-
admit maybe I just don't get it. But dear Lord,
See, I'm not in the Godzilla market, but if I were to choose 2 of them, I'm thinking the -1. Like, I love the look of that. Like, I feel like that's what some of these older versions were trying to do with it. And then, honestly, I actually really like that new Godzilla. What's it called? The not King of Monsters. What's the new one called? Empire.
Oh, from like the new like reboot kind of thing.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
with
he's cool,
and he
yeah.
has like the pink. He has the pink scales and all that. I actually
I
really
prefer
like
the
those.
blue scales, but I like that style. I
Yes.
still like the freaking stupid dinosaur one from the 2001 movie. I think that thing's still cool.
Oh, the gods from the New York one.
Yeah, I still
OG.
think that thing's cool.
That's OG.
Matthew
Nobody
Broderick?
can. Nobody
That's
can.
I couldn't remember his name.
Nobody could change my mind on that.
I
Yeah,
couldn't remember
with,
who it was. Yeah,
with Inspector Gadget.
dude, it's
Inspector
good.
Gadget.
It's a good movie. I remember watching that in French class because our substitute teacher put it on. And I remember thinking, man, this is the best French class ever. Even though it's all subtitled.
Moving on, we have the SH Monster Arts Elemental Hero Flame Wingman. This is going to be from the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX series, scheduled for release in October 2024, and the pre-orders start in on June 3rd. I think this guy looks great. I was never a huge fan of the GX, but this was the guy to have. Like, if you could have this card and play him, it was awesome. and I'm really excited for this. I think it's really dynamic and really different than like what they were doing with the blue eyes and the what was it, the red eyes black dragon. But I don't understand how this arm is gonna sit like that without it having some kind of stand. And if you look here, it doesn't even have a stand on the arm. I feel like the arm looks longer here. Maybe it's just the way it's posed. Let's see. Right there. But you could see here, I mean, that dragon head is just going to be so heavy. And I know SH Figure Arts has like good joints and things like that, but that thing's going to have to be stiff. I mean, you got to stand for the damn flame effect, but not for the arm.
I think it'll be fine. They shouldn't weigh it down too much, but
yeah, I don't know. That dragon head looks like it will be a problem.
it's a Monster Arts though, so watch out for that price, like we just said. So.
Yeah, for real. Once it drops.
Yeah, I actually again I used to read Yu-Gi-Oh, and the manga almost, especially in the beginning, almost had nothing to do with the cards,
Right.
or like the monster fights and stuff. They were in it, but it was like really about the characters.
Right, the banter between the characters.
Yeah, and little Yugi, and then finding the fucking artifact, and then Yami Yugi, and Yami Yugi's a fucking psychopath.
Shit,
and like
that guy's
murders
fucking
people.
Crazy.
So, yeah,
God.
I
Like
was
the anime versus the actual show.
Oh,
two terribly different
Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
Like
the show
oh my
show
God.
is designed to sell cards. The manga was like, you want
designed
some
to
shit?
burn childhood.
Yeah, it
God.
was- yeah. He literally like sets a dude on fire. And it's
This
like,
is
oh
what
my
your
God.
secondary personality does.
Yeah. So like when I think of like buying Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, I want like characters, not the monsters. But
Well, and
this does look really cool.
Kotobukiya has dropped some really cool little statues. I mean, they're probably like 6 scale at most, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
Figma has some character figures, but Figma's also very expensive. Now,
Yeah.
I think Figmas are worth it, but you gotta really love the character, and I don't love Yu-Gi-Oh that much to spend $90 to $150 on them.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, is this on your radar, Sean? Is the price like what's the max you would pay for this if you want? Sounds like you want it.
This
if
is
it's a
from
good price.
GX. So this is that second series from Yu-Gi-Oh. I didn't watch this until college. I was probably my junior year or so of college. I'm sitting in the library. I'm studying for hours. I'm like, you know what? Let me watch some Yu-Gi-Oh! And I stumble upon Yu-Gi-Oh! GX and the whole academy. Like, duelists are now going to an academy to learn how to be the best duelist ever because they've seen what Yugi did, you know, all that time ago and stuff. And this is just like the next thing. While he's a really great figure, I still would rather have the blue eyes. I wish they would do a Dark Magician or some variant of the Dark Magician because he came in multiple different colors and different like styles and stuff. But the one thing that will get me is if they're going to go like 2 to 3 figures per storyline, if you will. I need the 5Ds. I need the 5 dragons.
Yeah, you do. Oh.
The Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D dragons. That's what I need. Shut up, Badfish. Stardust Dragon, Power Tool Dragon, Black Rose Dragon, Black Wing Dragon. That's my absolute favorite.
So this is a pass then.
Huh?
So this is a pass.
This is the past.
Yeah, definitely don't
know.
get this then if you're waiting for that stuff. Because
Yeah,
I'd say they've got to touch those popular. Those sound more popular.
And I think so. I mean, this was that next attempt to get Yu-Gi-Oh! Back on. I mean, they had done the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Series since we were like kids. We were like, I don't know, 11.
Oh yeah, it was like
at
with
best,
Pokemon.
You know?
I remember
And
it being like a competitor with Pokemon.
Well, and then they mail you that little DVD or the little VHS tape right before DVDs were a thing. They mail you that little VHS tape with the first episode, and you're like, screw Pokemon, this is what it's at. Until you realize Pokemon's just infinitely better.
Yeah, sorry guys.
But yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds was a really good a really good series, and I think that I'd rather see those monsters come out first.
Is it blasphemy? I always mix this up with Digimon.
Yes.
Yes, that would technically be that would technically be blasphemy. Yeah.
As much as I like Yu-Gi-Oh,
Digimon.
I actually have a fucking huge soft spot for Digimon.
Dude, that Digimon, I remember a little T-Rex looking thing.
Hell yeah, dude. Bagumon, I think.
See, I don't even know the
Bakuman.
names. Yeah, it was all Pokemon, but yeah,
Yeah, like Anjumon and stuff like that.
this is cool. I'm curious on the price, but yeah, this is cool. They're dipping into this. Like, this is
I'd
a
like to see this
cool
guy land around
line.
like 120 max, because even the Blue Eyes I think got up to like 140. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see what else comes from them then. But yeah.
I do have to say though, I was originally planning on having a small like Yu-Gi-Oh display in here, where I would pose the card next to a figure. Well, none of the
But
figures
then
had ever came, so
Disney happened.
I used pops, and I just got out of the pop game. I was like, that's not worth anything.
I have some
Moving
pops
on-
if anyone wants to buy them.
Oh no, those are long gone. I want that Victor Wembanyama pop, but I'm not going to do it.
Victor
Whoa, what the
Wembanyama.
heck?
Victor
Look at this.
Wembanyama, the basketball player. This is the Godzilla Godzilla times Kong, I guess.
X-Kong.
The new Empire SH Figure Arts, SH Monster Arts, Scar King figure, premium Bandai web exclusive. Pre-orders go live or went live on the 17th. This is going to be
Excuse me.
12,100 yen and about $78 USD, due out in December. And I think this guy looks really cool. Like I see a different head sculpt here than I see there. I know he's like yelling and screaming, but this looks like the paint looks off and stuff. But this actually looks really cool to kind of have like a formidable opponent, I guess. I've not seen the movie, but a formidable opponent to Kong.
There's got to be a wire in that, right? Because it looks like it's moving around. That's a cool weapon.
It's like Epion from Gundam.
Ooh, Epion.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love Epion.
Yeah, I
Favorite
mean,
Gundam.
big monkey, right? I feel like even if you had like a Planet of the Apes display or something, like you could futz another big ape in there, and Mythic Legions line, you could have
Call
him in
him
there.
the
Like,
king.
yeah, it's like you could. It doesn't. I like figures that
Caesar
have
is
multi-purpose.
the king
Like,
of the apes. But
it doesn't just have to be like you couldn't put Godzilla in a Mythic Legions display, or something else. Like it could really only be in a Godzilla display, but a big monkey, you could really fucking futz him in anywhere. So even like a DC display, right? Because you have the Gorilla Grog, and it's like, oh, he's a minion, or whatever. So I like figures like that and thinking outside the box. Like, well, I know it's
yeah.
for X, but I could use it for Y. So,
Right.
but I know for a fact this thing. You said $70.
Really 80, 78.
80 basis, 78, yeah.
That's- I mean, yeah, you gotta
Plus
really
shipping.
need a big monkey.
It's a web
so,
exclusive. I mean,
Yeah, you gotta really need
it
a
does
big
not look
monkey
like it's
to
coming
spend
with
$90.
much.
I'll
But
check
if
it
you
out.
look, it looks like it has a lot of articulation. I mean, I know SH Figure Arts always does, but if you look at the neck, I see 3 points. Maybe it's just a neck guard. But
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, there's some cool poses even here.
yeah.
Yeah, real quick, Feezy, shout out. We were just saying we want to have you
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
And
easy.
this was a fun movie if you're a kaiju fan, and he's with me on Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digimon. And we'll be banished together. Oh, yeah.
To the Shadow Realm.
Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh thing?
That is a Yu-Gi-Oh thing.
Okay.
Funny enough, before we move on, last day of school, right? One of my computer teacher's daughter is a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, right? And I've been telling her all year, like, you don't want to play me in Yu-Gi-Oh. You're just going to get sent to the Shadow Realm. She's like, no, I'm not. I'm going to beat you and this and that. Well, yesterday I told her, bring your cards. We're playing tomorrow. It's the last day of school. You're going to the Shadow Realm. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to do it. Okay, I'm going to bring it. And we play during PE, right? Her class was coming to class, and I destroyed her. And all the kids were watching too. And like, she just froze up. Like, I go, okay, let's play. And she's like, no, I don't want to draw. I don't want to do it. And I was like, draw your damn cards.
Sean, you're supposed to let her win.
Oh, no.
Nah, fuck that.
I ain't that kind of coach. I don't know what they do up in Canada. No participation trophies here.
It's not your kid. You can't let them win.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't let my kid win either. So
It's funny. Sean, the Shadow Realm banisher.
that's right, man. Before we move on, I did not add this, but I feel like it is worth noting. Tomorrow, Four Horsemen is dropping their next wave. So on Friday, May 31st, beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be broadcasting our live Four Horsemen Studios reveal of the Mythic Legions, the new Mythic
Oh,
Legion
they haven't
set,
revealed what it is?
Ashes of Agbendor. So
Agbendor.
Well, I know for the last Legions Con, they came out with the Valiant Knight, which I desperately
Well, no, the
want.
Valiant Knight's been out, hasn't it?
No,
Was it a re-release or something? They had extras, wasn't that what?
no.
This is why we need to do a Mythic Legions deep dive episode to
Yeah, we
get
need-
into all the shit that's out there. I want to
expert.
Bring Dylan back on that one. I mean,
We even-
he was
yeah,
the
we
guy.
need-
He told me ever since I started. He goes, Sean, get the Mythic Legions. I
We
was
need
like,
an
"Hell no."
expose.
And here I am.
I just remember because that's kind of when I started getting into Mythic Legions, and that the Legions Con, it was like,
What up, Mr. Musashi?
this is the new night going forward,
And
this
they
is-
do a lot of things too.
yeah,
Like it's not just a Legions Con, but they go to a bunch of different.
yeah, they do like
little
cons, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like, this is like the new night moving forward, like new articulation and body scheme. But this is like the only way to get it for now. It will come out later and you could get it easier later. And so I think that's kind of, we're just going to see more of that. Like
All
more
their
knights and
night stuff and shit are so cool. It's just I
It
want to
is-
use them for D&D.
I
really
literally
regret
could
not
not,
getting a bear.
I cannot get enough of them. It's like,
I want to get
any
that
night
bear
you
so
want,
bad.
I'll buy it. So
Eddie's
just
got
thought-
a few of them too, I think. Yeah.
He has them on pre-order. He had that whole set, that whole like recent set on
But
pre-order.
he got the knight. He had the one guy on the horse too.
the
right?
barbarian.
he sold that to me.
I was gonna say I know he got rid of some too, but he was selling
Alright,
some hot
guys.
toys too the other day. But yeah,
Let's round this out with some hot or not. So the first thing we got is the 112th Collective Mezco Dr. Octopus, $112, due out in November 2024 to January 2025. Love the comic inspiration here. I just don't like the costume. I think he's slightly off. I think the size is there maybe. Like he was always kind of a bulky guy, but I don't know if the body's too big and the head's just not right. I mean, oh my God, what happened there? I am so sorry. My computer is freaking out. Give me 1 second. What do you guys think while I figure
his
out what
head
just
does
happened?
seem a little like. I have to see the picture again, but what he has, he's just actually I have it right here. He's got like there's no
right,
neck.
I'm back.
Talk about no neck. There is no neck happening here. Like
And
look
it looks
at,
plastic.
that's what I think it is.
What's the articulation going to be like that?
I like
be
it
with
otherwise
that?
though. I actually like the costume.
Oh my
It's
God.
very comic
Dr.
inspired,
Ozempic.
but more like Dr. Ozempic. He's
God.
so thin.
Wow.
Also, watch the latest South Park episode. That's how
need
the
to.
healthcare system works in America.
Okay, Equan, I'm sorry, but is this on is it on Paramount or did they release it on Comedy Central? Because I don't have Paramount.
Should be Paramount.
God dang it, man! There's so many new episodes I got to catch up on. He is loaded with a ton of tentacles and a ton of hands for those
3 head
tentacles
sculpts.
here. I mean,
I've just never been a fan of his comic book design.
no.
But yeah, his head is too big for that thin of a body. He needs to
It
be
is-
a lot thicker.
It looks
Yeah.
smaller here though. Like the head looks decent here,
decent. I know it looks too big
but
there.
look
Oh,
at
it looks
that.
really small there. That's weird.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. I
Got
kind of
that
like the
big old
comic
scene in the back of
style.
the head too.
It is very cheesy, but yeah, I
Zach
like
has
it.
the Spider-Man. I think. I think Zach said he has the Spider-Man. But
I think he does.
The lab coat's cool. Does it come with the lab coat?
yeah, includes removable lab coat.
Oh, it says that. Yeah, yeah, that's
And
pretty
then
neat.
with the
Yeah, that's what I was
little
gonna say with the
slits
tentacles coming
and
out the back.
yeah.
It's I don't know. I like it. I grew up on the animated version, but the animated one is very much this color scheme, obviously the green and yellow, and yeah,
I'm
he's cool.
I think I'm going not on the individual figure. I think if you went all in and had the Spider-Man already, the Green Goblin already, like you have to get a Doc Ock. You know? But I'm not really feeling it right here.
It's
What do you think,
definitely
Dave?
not Mezco's best foot forward.
No.
We've seen them do some pretty incredible stuff.
Is it the
this season.
costume? Maybe it's just like because he has like this big green like leotard pajama set. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
That's a lot of
I'm
the
with you. I'm not.
That's a lot of the old comics, though, right? They're very kind not. I say cheesy, but that's how I think of. They're kind of old school. They just weren't any redesign on any of these new. They have like cool patterns on them or like little accents. Back then, they just had to put spandex on the guys, right? So
Yeah.
or the girls. So I don't know. But what was the price again? 112.
112.
That's not bad. But yeah, I think if you have a Spider-Man display, I'm going hot. If you have a Spider-Man display, and you're like filling out the Mezco stuff, I wouldn't say you have to have this, but if you want to,
So
if you want
Bad
Spider-Man
Fish.
with all those cool villains and the Sinister Six, Octopus Doc Ock is a key villain like for Spider-Man.
Badfish and Equine, I do have a question for you on this. Would you rather have all these tentacle pieces, or would you have rather had like a lab set? Because like if you see like if you see what's their own IP called
I
the,
would
the skeleton guys and
Yeah. I forget what they're called.
yeah something
but
club.
like
What
they
is
always
it?
come with like something kind of like off the wall with that.
I feel like if you want to sell me a comic book Doc Ock, it's got to be something other than this. I think a whole lab display would have been a lot cooler. Cause like you could just buy a Marvel Legends Doc Ock that I think looks a little bit better, and it's essentially the same fucking thing. It's just a figure with some.
The thing that
tentacles
kind
on
of
it.
sucks about the Marvel Legends, though, is you won't have that articulation that these are going to have, I feel like.
Really, I feel like they don't articulate that much better.
Most of the Doc Ocks, their tentacles are not. I think the most recent Doc Ock,
I feel like they're like bendy
the
arms.
movie one was articulated, but the other ones aren't.
Really?
From Marvel Legends.
Yes.
feel
I
like they
have
can't
one. I
bend the arms.
think is.
Oh,
I'll
well,
have
I
to
bought the wrong one when I had
check,
it.
but I'll say I think that the different options for the lengths is interesting because you could do a bit more variety with it with like poses, like you could change it up a bit more with what he's doing, but I don't know, the full lab set would be interesting. It would
Yeah,
drive
we've
the
seen
price
them
up
do stuff
obviously,
like that.
but yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's true.
that's the only reason I will say is that them not doing it. It is something you can find elsewhere, or you could 3D print or kit patch. Like you can, it's not hard to do. You can go to a hobby store and find little
Yeah.
tables and stuff like that. But it would be maybe some universe specific stuff. I think this is when I was looking at it before you asked. I thought it was kind of cool thinking you could have you could change up the posing a lot where he's reaching really far because it's four
For one
short,
thing,
four
and-
medium, and four long tentacles.
Yeah.
No,
So-
Forlom is from Star Wars.
Shut up.
But yeah, I like it overall. But I see the issues with it for sure. It's not as stacked as they normally would be. And the last thing I'll say is, if you weren't in the Patreon chat when this came out and got reviewed, you need to go back and read it.
This one?
Yeah,
Okay.
I had to
some
miss that.
really good photoshops and stuff were in there.
Oh fuck! Was it Manny?
Yeah, it might have been Fern, but it was one of the two. They were definitely both in the combo. It was good.
All right, so Badfish, we got your throne here. I'm just gonna go right off the bat and saying it's hot. I mean, I think with the skeletons and all the skulls and the queen backrests and all that, I think this looks great. I
Queen.
mean, I feel like any 1/12th person wants a throne for one of their figures. At $99, I kind of feel like that's overpriced, but just for face value, I think it's hot.
$100. Not including price. I think it's hot. Including price, I think it's not.
Yeah, I'm with Dean. I got it. That tips it to the not scale. It's just too. NECA's diorama stuff is just diorama, whichever. Is too steep. It is cool though, but $99 is a lot.
And then the last thing, the two tumblers.
Yeah, these can be combined. Yeah.
Difference of opinion, I guess, on either. One's way more expensive versus the other. I like the classic gunmetal black version. I think that's hot. I remember seeing the OG Hot Toys version of this, and like, god damn, just pulling that thing out of the shelf, at the shop, and like getting it set up to like be displayed or posed or whatever. Nerve wracking. So much more better to have it in a smaller form.
Yeah,
I think this is
yeah.
hot for sure.
Yeah, I'm going hot either way. I know that this is relatively expensive, the black version, but you get a figure you can't really get anywhere else, right? He hasn't single packed Lucius Fox anywhere. And he's been doing these movie figures for a while now, so currently it's the only way to get Lucius Fox, so I think that with the price, I still think it's pretty hot. And the sheer size this thing is going to be, even in 1/12 scale, I think it's still pretty impressive for the price you're paying for it. So I'm sticking with hot. Both versions.
Aren't they just kind of just dipping into the Dark Knight? Like, wasn't the Joker their first?
No,
One of
he's
their
done
first releases?
2 whole or 3 waves of Dark Knight figures. He because
One
he
was
did
a
the first
re-release
set,
too,
then he did
wasn't
the
it?
Bane Build-A-Figure set. And I
Oh
think
yeah,
he's
they did
come
the
out with other
Bane.
ones.
Yeah, you're right.
And
Yeah.
then they did the deluxe Bane, right?
Yeah, and then they did the Joker color
With the
wave of
cash, the
wave.
cash money.
Yeah, I remember that one, and I remember the Joker with the deluxe set with the table and everything. But I didn't realize have they done like a scarecrow and all that already?
I'm pretty sure they have.
Because I know they were teasing more on that one, but I'll have to go back and look. But yeah, I think they might be reissuing some of them. But yeah, this is
I do like how they're doing it a little bit better than the Marvel Saga stuff, like the Infinity Wars, the Infinity Saga stuff. I mean, I feel like we're just constantly being berated by like this Infinity stuff, and this movie's been out maybe not just as long, but long enough that like some of it's just barely coming out, right?
What do you mean?
yeah. Some of it's just rolling out now. I'm looking up some of their figures, but they teased. I'll have to check way back. They teased some other like ones from the line, but this was part of that tease. We haven't talked about, sorry, the Lucius Fox sculpt is pretty damn good as well. Like it's I don't know. So yeah, I'm obviously hot on this. So I hope the price isn't as high on that exclude on the black version, but we'll see what we have.
All right, guys. We want to thank the three pillars the greatest three pillars in the world, holding this great network up, supporting us through all of our shows. Captain Frodo, right?
Ordo.
Fordo. See, it's gonna take me at least 5 more times.
Big
to say
fan.
that. I'm sorry. Fordo. And what was the reference from?
Star Wars.
Clone
Star Wars.
Okay, see, yeah. See, and I thought it was Lord of the Rings.
It's okay. I thought it was Frodo for the longest time.
Okay.
When I did
Fordo.
for a little bit. Yeah.
Ian CB, Renee Mendez, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Aguirre, King Louis, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, Equan, Chris Valen, Serena, Ben Thomas, David Jones, Sam Giss, Damater, Joao Beretta, Thomas Clark, Eric Switzer, Six Gun Figs, Bad Fish, Toy Cartel, Dan Lee, Deanie Martin, Stephen Krent, Big Fern, Cesar Matakin, Mark Phillips, Lisa Martin Bamansky, Rick DiGregorio, Ricardo Valdez, Jose CZ, Erwin Azucena, Illustrious Rainer, Alan Morgan, Takathri, Wah, Derek B, Aries Portillo, Alvin J, Sith Scale Collector, Airleys Delgado, Jazz Carroll, Joe Ridley, Pablo Meza, D Rock, Matt Clevenger, Seth Tucker, CC3PO, Scott Smith, Don Matan, Stephen Purchase, Sean Usby, Scott Bradley, Steve and Maria Stanley, Eddie Manzanares, Luis Bennett, Chip Perrin, Jimmy Hernandez, Gigi the Judgmental, Exodus, and Brenton Palmer. Thank you guys so much. Your May and June benefits are going to be the Tough Nut sticker and the Small Talk sticker. We get another one here finally. Going with the classic SmackDown look. Sorry, Eddie, for no wrestlers on this show, but we'll try to get them on the next one. And if you want to become one of the Patreonies, you could start with the hot seat with $5 and you'll get digital benefits, Ox After Dark, and Patreon chat. Sweet Angel at $7.50. You'll get the stickers sent straight to your door, as well as Ox After Dark replays. Stickers will be sent every other month. Certified Crispy at $15. This will include a official Certified Crispy certificate on first pledge, assistance with figure fixes by Zach. Please message them beforehand, and all the benefits of the previous tiers. International postage will be charged at cost for the certificate. And the stickers are sent every other month. And then the greatest tier in this great empire, the What a Guide tier for $25. This will get you the Pog Deluxe set on first pledge, double of all the stickers we send, and then benefits of the previous tiers. Postage above $5 will be charged at cost for the international postage. Dean, it's been a while, but I heard the Pogs Deluxe set is really limited. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, I think there's like 2 or 3 of them left. I don't even think it's 3. I think it's 2 or less. So, yeah.
I mean, and those are exclusive. Like, these aren't happening again. Like, if we do another set, completely different art.
Yeah, it'll be totally different art.
So if you're wanting to join the Empire, it might be worth getting that What a Guy tier. We want to shout out our YouTube members: Absolute Irwin, Alvin J, Andrew Gibo, Benjamin Henson, Big Ol' Fern, Bob Dylan, CC3PO, Chris V, CT603, DJ, Daminator, Doc Smizzle, Equan, Fat Batman, Gar Bear, Good Old Spotchstica, Gotham Cinnabites, Justin Sports Cards, LV Avenger 702, Mark Pearson, Mike Litteris, Money Mendez, OG Fan, OMFG Rick, 1-6 Figure Focus, Paul Schreiber, Philip the Fool, S Beam, Sam Giss, Scarn Lord, SpongeBob SquareBalls, Sunnyvale Russ, The Ben Thomas Show, Toy Mafia, and Exodus. And if you want to become a YouTube member, you got the Patreonies for 99 cents with the loyalty badges and $2.99 for the Peanut Gallery with member shoutouts. And then we have the shows of this great network collecting weekly on Tuesdays. We have After Dark Wednesdays. Small Talk on Thursdays, CW Movie Nights, which is new. Um,
Yeah,
Chris,
alternating Thursdays.
yeah,
It's
alternating Thursdays.
Chris and SpongeBob.
And SpongeBob are reviewing movies for the good old,
Square balls.
good old uh, enjoyment of our Patreonies and others. And then you have the Friday Night Faithfuls going on Fridays, and then the Mind Flare Web D&D.
Friday Night Faith. It's just another Friday night.
Well, I know I'm using his.
That's their other,
Yeah, that's their other.
their other
Oh,
tagline.
okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
just
Yeah,
another Friday nights.
I was
guys.
looking at that Batman. Yeah, you're right. That Build-A-Figure wave came out like December last year. It looks like, and then they just showed all that stuff with the Tumblr reveal. Sorry, so I was wrong.
So, what's going on with D&D, guys?
Yeah, we're still playing Baldur's Gate 3. We are.
There's so much happening.
Yeah, we're in Act 3, and we're kind of just at the whim of the game at this point because there's so much quests to finish and then find and then beat the game. We thought we'd be done in like 4 episodes ago, and it's like not
There's
even looking close.
So many people to talk to. We just got to like the largest town in the game, and there's just people everywhere, stuff going on in every corner. There's little like we're like doing one thing and be like, oh hey, there's this hidden door, and then we'll spend an hour in this other room or something, you know. So it's fun though.
Badfish pissed off the gods.
I would
Got
never do that.
cursed.
I might have stolen a few things from a church at a sacred place, and the gods might have
baddie.
seen it.
Yeah,
Good
they
old
cursed
Badfish.
him. And then we were in the middle of the fight, and Zothas was down bad. We were like, which is Badfish's character. And we were like, we need to heal him. So our bard healed him, but the heal triggered the curse, and these 2 angels came out that were like impossibly strong.
Yeah.
It was insane. We had to restart the fight because it was bad.
3 of us were dead, and the 4th person was like hanging on by a thread.
He's like
Yeah,
Cartman with the probe.
Bro, it was a nightmare.
It was fun.
So is it like a set storyline and then there's just like several side missions, or do you really make it your own?
There's a main story. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a main story, but there's infinite ways to do it. Like, you could be bad, you could be good, you could be neutral, you could be a certain character, you could make your own character.
And all of which affects gameplay and how your group goes.
Yeah, because you build a party and not everybody feels the exact same way. So some things people will approve of, and then it will piss off somebody else. And then you could like permanently have people like tell you to fuck off. Like, I'm leaving. You're a fucking psychopath. I want nothing to do with you. And then you can never play that character again. Or sometimes
People you'll never see if you
Yeah,
don't
or,
go
like,
certain
interesting.
places.
yeah, they'll fall in love with you. You can start romances. Like, it's such a well-crafted game. It's insane.
Playing it even solo is incredible, but playing with a group is a lot of fun. Playing it solo does give it a different thing because there's all these secondary characters that have these really deep stories, but if you have a 4-person group, you can't really finish them because of the way the game's designed, because you need to bring them into your party, but you can only have 4 people in your party. But playing it with everyone else, you can still have those different decisions, and the fun part about playing with them as well versus playing my solo game, which I haven't played in a while, is you guys make decisions I would never make, and like fun stuff happens that just I would choose totally different options.
Right.
So if I play through that story beat on my own, it could be totally different now. So
Yeah, and then like because there's difference between like what me, Dean, would do and what my character, Estrella, would do.
there's that too. Yeah.
Like, my character is a fucking bitch to everyone. So like I bully people in the game, and we'll get like locked out of like quest lines because that person won't talk to us anymore because I've been
Yeah,
so
we've
mean to
killed
them.
people or
And so it's like, who's gonna talk to them? And I'm like, do you really want me to lead this conversation? Because Estrella will bully them. It's like, have our bard do it because
You
he's
gotta
so
speak on behalf of her.
yeah, because he's so. My sister plays our bard, and he's very charismatic. Like people just love him, even though he's like,
antisocial.
yeah, he's antisocial, like depressed. But he's just so good at being a
And
bard
are
that
these
people.
computer characters that you're referring to, like when you get locked out of a quest? So is it like a computer character that is like saying,
Yeah, a bunch of
no, you're not
NPCs,
coming in,
yeah.
or is this like an actual person
No,
playing on the other end that's like, no, you're not coming?
No, it's an NPC.
Okay.
That's pissed
a
off that
non-player
you like
character.
did something against them or
Looked at them wrong.
I'll
Or
link you
stole
our
from their
best
friend
episode,
or-
and you could watch us play it because
Yeah.
it's fantastic.
I need to. I want to watch it. I
The
need
good
to
thing is
start
it's-
watching Oxdivers.
it's all in a playlist if you want to watch all the Baldur's Gate stuff. So if you do want to start from the start, the first 3 episodes were a little out of our groove when it comes because we're learning it. But after that, it is more seamless, and you can follow. Like the story is easier, I think, to follow than the original way we played D&D, just because of
Nice.
there was so much depth into that, and this is more visual. You can really cling on to what's going on, I think, a bit easier as a viewer.
Last thing, guys, we do want to see your photo photography. So if you take pictures of your figures, please send them our way. Send them to our at Small Talk CW Instagram page. You might even be featured on Small Talk in one of the segments. Other than that, guys, great show. About 2 hours and 11 minutes. Equan, thank you so much for being in the chat today, killing it in the chat. And if you guys have any shout outs, go for it. But I want to know, what did we talk about today that really kind of piqued your interest? Go ahead and comment. Go ahead and like the video if you haven't already. You guys got any shout outs?
I don't think I do.
I'll just say shout out to all the people in the chat. As you said, Equan, Danny Lee was in here as well.
Yeah, good to see you again.
Random
Easy.
Korean, I think that's the first time I've seen them live in the chat. They said thank you for keeping them company while they work. Absolutely. And yeah, I've listened to a lot of streams while I work, so I know exactly what you mean. It's nice to just listen to something while you do something. I have a lot of monotonous
Work on the
things I have to
grind.
do. Yeah, so but yeah, shout out to our OFAC brothers as well. We'll hopefully see them back sooner than later, and yeah, check out all the other shows on the network. That's about
Good,
it.
definitely good stuff going on there.
Danny Lee still here, yeah.
Well, all right, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. And if you're catching us on the replay, hopefully we can catch you on another live show soon. And we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.